I'm gonna have a beaver here tomorrow. Pretty sure. So between the 4 traps, I'll kind of try 2 or 3 different strategies and see what works. We are in a new location. There is a beaver pond just up ahead. We trapped it 3 years ago maybe. Took a few out of there. There's an old lodge, but I've noticed the last couple years, I drive by it and look at it, there's a new lodge being built, so we're gonna go have a closer look and get some traps set up. So there's a big culvert. We could set right in front of that or somewhere in here and block it off. This is the creek that flows into where all my other sets are. So again, they'll be traveling through here. Lots of good spots. There's some relatively fresh chew, probably from the fall. But so many travel routes in here, pinch points. Can set, but I want to get up on that dam and have a better looking pond. Get him close. Come on, bud. Come on. Okay, here's our lodge, which I actually thought was further out into the water. Yeah, nice fresh chew from the fall. Oh, there's some ducks out there. Okay, that old lodge is literally right across, just on the other side of that dam, along the bank there. But they've moved over to here. Okay, now we got options. They'll continue to build on this lodge. Oh, there go the ducks. So they're coming up here. Their entrance is probably underneath this. So their entrance is probably out there. We could set a caster mound here, but we also can do some dam sets and even sets up there. We'll take a look, but they're probably crossing over up there as well. You can always tell a new lodge by the amount of mud, exposed mud. They'll eventually get more branches up there, that mud will settle, and then their feed pile out front here. But lots of green sticks in the dam, which means it's fresh, and there's even some grass. Green grass that they've pulled up, which indicates that this is fresh, this is active. I'm opening up a few spots. I don't want to really open it up. I could drain this super fast. I don't want to do that. I just want to get them out. They're going to come investigate. They're going to repair some of this. They might even come out today. I'm just working my way across, checking for some good spots. I'm just opening little bits here and there, but again, nothing major. We had lots of rain last night, and we got rain in the forecast, so the water levels are going to increase just from that. And what the beavers are trying to do, they're trying to regulate. They're not trying to stop the water, they're actually just trying to regulate the water. So they want to keep this pond at a certain level. The deeper they make the pond, the more they actually put their lodge underwater, which they don't want to do because they've got a shelf inside the lodge, so they don't want it so high that it's actually flooding out their own lodge. So they'll just regulate it unless they're building a new lodge somewhere. You can see that dam above is open pretty good. Now, because of all the rain that we had last night and the super warm weather we had the last couple days, we're going to get a lot of water coming through here. And so this is probably a little bit higher than normal just because of that. Now they pretty much have it stopped over here. Oh, now there's a perfect spot right there. I am going to put a trap in there for sure. They've got this little dam here. So instead of the dam going straight across, which it did at one point, they've allowed this to fill up and they've just moved the dam over, and there's all our really fresh chew. I've got a game cam to set up somewhere, so I think this might be the spot. Set it up over here, but we're definitely going to put a trap in there. I'll open up the dam a little bit over here, which is going to force them to come repair, so they'll come through here. There's no other way unless they want to go up and over, but my guess is they'll come right through here. I'm gonna have a beaver here tomorrow, pretty sure. So I've got 4 traps. I could put one in one of these crossovers where it's open if I see that they're traveling through, but out of the 4 traps, I think I'm going to focus on around the lodge, the dam, this travel route, and then I might do a travel route somewhere closer to that culvert. So between the 4 traps, I'll kind of try 2 or 3 different strategies and see what works. We'll be back out tomorrow. I can check this one with kids tomorrow really quick. Now that's an old crossover, but the fact that there's ice right there and that mud is not smooth, they're not using it. So we'll go right through this travel route here. That's gonna be dynamite. Okay, here's the little dam that I'll maybe open just a little bit over here. Yeah, I've come in for some food, again most likely in the fall, and then we'll set our trap up right there. This spot has got so much going for it. So we've got some good anchor. I would probably anchor below where they chewed, because they might come in and chew some of that other stuff higher up. So it's got a good anchor. It's got a pretty good deep channel. It's a good pinch point. This is essentially exactly what you're looking for. Behind the camera there's lots of fresh chew. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to put the trigger on the bottom just because I want them to go right through here, not really think they're pushing through anything. And then I also want my wire on this side. Need to get a stick started to hold it up. So this is your best pieces of wood to use for fencing or around the trap, because the beavers aren't going to chew this. They're not interested in this stuff. Okay, that's it. Just gotta wire it up. I'll put some lure somewhere back here, so they're coming in to investigate. Now wiring this one up is actually a bit more for a predator coming to get it, because it's not in any kind of current. It shouldn't go anywhere. But now we could get bears or lynx, wolf, coyote coming in, stealing it. Worse yet, people. But I think we're far enough away. Not gonna get anyone in here. So we've got the trap, and then just into this little pool here, and you can see lots of good chew up there right by Pacer. So we'll break the dam back in here somewhere, and I'll get a lure stick probably right out front here. I'll get something that they smell, get them over here in case they're not too concerned about the dam. So the difference between bait and lure: bait is something that is going to bring them in because they want to eat it, and so you can actually use a bait stick. It's also an attractor if you peel it a little bit, because they'll see that from a distance, and it has a different color, being white to green, where older stuff looks a bit more yellowy to gray. So that's an attractor. It's also bait because they'll eat the bark. But then we're going to also use lure, so this mimics another beaver. So lure is generally related to territorial or reproduction. So the smell of it, you could have a beaver checking it out, because you could have males dropping their scent to lure a female in, but quite often it's used to mark territory. So we're gonna do a little bit of everything here. So we got a nice bait stick with lure on it. So they're gonna see this stick. They're gonna have it low. They're gonna see that, they're gonna smell it. The only reason I'm going to break this dam up is if they repair everything else and they notice it's still dropping, what they do is they cruise around the edge of the dam looking for all the breaches. So there's so many reasons for them to come through there now: the lure, the bait, the travel route, and looking to repair or build on this dam. That's all I'm going to do. It's actually going to drain this little part here pretty quick. So if they repair everything else and the water's still dropping, they'll just cruise around until they find everywhere that it's broken. So I'm hopeful. Okay, I've got 3 more traps I can set. I like to set around the lodge just because I know that there's going to be lots of activity. They're going to be coming out and swimming around. So this major flow is coming from right over here. So I'll see if I can get a travel route in there. They're not going to plug that up because that's where they're allowing the water to flow through. So they'll start plugging up these other ones, and I'll find a spot in there for my second trap over here. And then I think I'm going to get my last one somewhere in one of these channels in here, because you're going to get beavers coming up the creek as well. So more likely to get them in one of these sets. So here we are right at the lodge, and they are not going to plug this up. That's a travel route. So again, absolutely perfect spot, nice and deep. Got a good natural pinch point. We'll get one set up there. This isn't really green. It's been chewed, so it's a little bit older. Not the best, but I'm gonna use it. It's nice and handy, good size. It's nice and secure, right in the center. Perfect height, perfect water level. That one I'm also optimistic about. Just gotta get them out from right over there. Throw some lure here. Gotta make sure that they don't actually come up over top of this. Okay, we're golden. Now we want to put one where we think they're going to repair. I kind of like this. I'm going to make a bit of a funnel coming into here, because I can use this big tree. Right over there would be potentially another good spot, but they're more likely, or just as likely, to go right over top of this tree, or even under that tree to fix over there. I think they'll fix this. I'll open it up a bit more, but I need to get the trap out here. So I'll use the end of this tree as part of the funnel, and then I'll get some stakes down in here so that hopefully they swim through to start fixing this. The problem is there's a good chance they're gonna be carrying a stick, and the stick will set off the trap. So I gotta get the trap far enough out, but we'll try it just so we have something different. I've got to get the trap, I think, somewhere out here. Might make this a dive set, meaning they gotta go underneath. So I can hang it. And that might stop them from pushing a stick through. Gotta get a nice long stick though. So I think I like that. It's far enough away. I mean, I guess they're gonna be plugging up right here. So I'm hoping they don't just pile sticks and mud up in front of that, or push mud through and set it off. I'm wanting them to come farther back. Again, their lodge is right in front, so I'm gonna throw some lure over here. Maybe on this, behind it. See what happens. So we got one, and we got the second one over there. Third one over there. Last one's gonna be down there. This last one's going right across here. Gonna hang it. We got everything back there by the pond, close to the culvert. Strictly a travel route. We'll throw some lure in, but strictly a travel route. Just gotta get this down nice and close to the water level. Yeah, let's try that. There's our fourth trap. Let's see if we get something going through there. Well, that's it. 4 more traps in this area. Kind of exciting to trap a new area again. I think we'll have some success. Pretty certain the beavers are still in here, or that other area. I'm pretty certain they're not in there, and we just got to get one traveling through, but you never know. So I got kids out tomorrow. We're gonna check this site tomorrow. So it's only been soaking for a day, but they'll come out tonight to repair if they're going to repair. It's hard to say how much they'll repair with all the rain and all the melt. Because there might be too much water, so they might want it flowing through, but pretty sure they'll repair it a little bit. And then we'll head over to our spot that we set up, I guess, a couple weeks ago now. We only had one check and nothing. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow. Okay, day after setting these traps in the pond, we got big crew.
Can we try and ride it as a water slide?
I don't see anything in there, but I also don't see the trap.
Oh,
So much water. Nothing. So we got a trap right here. Nothing in it. There's our beaver lodge right over there. So if you guys keep walking up, Okay, so this next trap that we're going to check, and I have video evidence because I've got a YouTube channel. So as I was setting this trap yesterday, and you'll see this video maybe by Saturday, you guys will sort of be on it. I can't show your faces.
No.
But I can show you walking through the bush and stuff.
How many subscribers do you have?
6,300. Now, but what's more important,
And counting.
what's more important is my knowledge on beaver trapping. And so I set this next trap, and on the video I said, I'm certain we're gonna have one tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let's go see if I was right. So go stand right over there and see if you can find the trap. No, we got a game cam right there, which I forgot the SD card, so we're gonna put an SD card in there today. See if you can find the trap. There's fur in the trap.
There's the beaver.
There's a beaver in the trap. I guess I do know what I'm talking about. Or maybe I just got really lucky.
Both.
A little bit of both.
Looks like a nice size.
It does look like a nice size.
Where?
Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so everyone see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain what's going on here. There's our big beaver dam. And that dam went all the way across and stopped there. And then it started to flood, so they decided to build the dam here. This is nice and new. You can see there's some green stuff in there. And so right where that trap is was a channel. That was a perfect spot to set a trap because it's a travel route. I knew it would come through there at some point because I broke the dam open down here. And even if they fix the dam everywhere else, eventually this is going to keep on draining. So I knew they would swim through there eventually. Number two, see that green stick sticking out right where those trees have been chewed off?
Yeah.
So I put that in there as a bait stick. So when we're trying to trap marten or wolves, we throw down meat for bait.
Yeah.
Beavers don't eat meat. They eat the bark, the inner bark, and so of green trees. So I took a green willow, I took the end off, okay, peeled it off so they can see the white so they know it's fresh, and then I put castor on the end of it, which is a lure.
Yeah.
So we can get beavers to come in by lure, which is a scent, or by bait, which is something they eat. Actually, all animals you can do that. So I did a double whammy. That beaver had no chance of getting by me with all that goodness.
Also,
And then I set up a game cam to get the action,
Yeah.
but I forgot an SD card,
Dang.
which I have in my pocket.
Also, fun fact about that beaver lure stuff. Apparently people use it as perfume too.
Okay, so beaver castor.
Yeah, castor. They
Beaver
use it as
castor gets used in really expensive perfume and artificial flavoring like vanilla. So
Yeah.
those cupcakes that you love eating,
perfume. Like the vanilla ice.
you're eating
cupcake.
beaver castor.
Yeah.
Could be. So when you see natural ingredients, that's code for beaver castor.
Yeah.
If you want to walk down here and get a closer look, well, you should be able to. Oh, interesting.
That's a big beaver.
He looked like he was going out.
Yeah.
So,
How do you get in?
well, there's a crossover right over there, which means it's nice and smooth. So he might have come in over there or over there and then came out this way. Oh, by the way, you guys are the first beaver trapper, successful beaver trappers of the season. This is the first one we've got in the spring.
Dude, you guys want some help? No, that's fine. Wait, I want to touch it.
Mr. Robert, I had one.
When I set this trap, there was no water where I was standing. And so that's a travel route, but now I think it's probably going to be set off or get set off. So I'm gonna pull this trap. Yeah, so it got set off. So There's no point setting it again here. There's way too much water. So we'll wait till it drops, or I'll set it somewhere else. So who would like to grab this? Without pulling in. Okay, let's head back up to the trail. See if I can get out of here without getting a wet foot. I don't think this is gonna be successful. Easiest step, I'm getting wet. Oh, yep, wet foot. Okay, so this trap, I'm gonna leave this trap in here for now, not set, like it's set off. I'm just gonna leave it there until this water goes down. Got some big melt, but there's not a lot of snow left, so I'm hoping that this drops fairly quick. Just gonna blow out and run through for a while, and then we'll get this reset. And just stop when you get to the top onto this dam here.
Oh, there's another one. You're doing much of the job over you.
The good news is once your foot's wet, it can't get any wetter. So just go for it now. Maybe help you.
I'll jump. Dude, I can just love you.
Yeah, dude, just step, dude.
Whee!
Okay, so here's another travel route. Right in between those two sticks, there's a big stick going across with a trap. So, can somebody reach down and grab the stick going, nope, the one going across, and lift it up. But do not let go of it.
Did we get a beaver?
What do we got? Oh, we got another beaver! Do not let go of it, because we'll lose it. Actually, hold on, it's wired on the other side, so don't pull it. Put it on around the front of that stick again. Yes, then it won't float down. So now we can see what we got. I'm gonna jump across and unwire it, because that's really deep in there.
Oh, he's a big one.
He's bigger than our last tank.
That's a really good beaver.
Oh, I just got freaking
Yeah,
pearl.
so, and again, that one, I was shocked, was coming this way, up the creek. Okay.
That's the reason why his head got stuck. And
Now, we're not going to reset this one because it's just too much water. So if you guys can, you can carry it by the stick, or you can take the stick out and carry it by the trap.
oh, wait a minute.
Unwire that other stick though.
Somebody get the feet.
Whatever works for you. Just be very careful you don't trip and fall.
Yeah. We might have to pass it across the creek for you. It's gonna be deep right behind you.
Gotta get deeper.
So I would put it down and then jump across and we can pass it to you.
Oh God.
Bryn, jump here.
I'm freaking wet.
Jump here, Bryn. You're gonna get soaked. Okay.
Perfect. Good teamwork.
Lift it. You got this.
Okay, you got to go across this way, I think. Are you going to go underneath? I would step over that if I were you.
Okay. Wait, how about we let them pass it to us because we're over there? Yeah. That's okay with you guys?
I don't know. You're making me do more work than I anticipated. I'm not liking this deal. Go that way. Yeah.
Okay, Bruin.
See? I knew if I left it long enough, you'd figure it out.
Okay, grab that stick. Got it. Okay. I'll try. I have to quickly. Oh, I'm shaking. Okay.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, I got it. Okay. Good. I know at the end of the day, I should have brought both clothes. Okay. Thank you. Oh, let's go play. I stuck my whole hand. Oh God, I am so wet. I should have brought more clothes.
Nah, you'll be fine. We'll get a fire going. It's sunny out.
My feet are so wet. Okay. Okay. No, smash in the face. You good, Brian? Okay. Oh God, you good? Yes, he did it. I thought he was just hurt you.
Man down.
Good for you. Builds character.
You can tell how my leg.
You can handle it. You help with loose and other things. You got this, Beaver.
It's different.
It's different. How is it?
It is different.
It's much lighter, smaller,
Smaller.
easier to handle.
So different.
All right, it's about a week after I was last out here. I wanted to set a trap, but everything was frozen. And now we've got this beautiful weather. We actually have too much water in the creek. So I figured, let's try and set this little channel now. Okay. So that's where, this is actually where I cut last time on the last video. So anywhere in here. So this channel is like super deep. The beavers would have dug this out for whatever reason. Kind of crazy. So we're just going to hang this trap on that stick and just put it across. We just need a narrow spot like right here. Okay, you want to grab that stick? We're going to turn the spring this way. Trigger now hangs. Okay. Just don't touch the trap at all with your hand because the safeties are off. Okay, and now you hold on to that end. No, just hold it there. And let's put it down and there you go. You just set a trap. Okay. Yep. there's your first trap. So let's see. This is gonna take some time, but eventually there's a good chance it's gonna be an otter that decides to travel up through here. Now that everything is pretty much open. And next time I come out here, we'll bring some extra lure, throw it in there. See if we can lure them up here. See, the boss is hard at work. Tough day. All these kids. You just want to chill for the day. All right, what a beautiful day. Sunshine. Love it.
That's heavy. It's harder to carry than the coyote.